Hi. So my sinus infection has yet again reared its ugly head. So we're going to try to get through this before I have yet another sneezing fit. Hopefully I'll be able to get through it. We shall see. I apologize if I sound nasally, so forgive me for that. But you've got questions, I've got answers. Let's do this week's Q&A. Today we're going to be going over some questions that I received. This one happens to be on my day-to-day in my life as a travel agent. But before we get into that, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Gretchen, the Tipsy Travel Gal, and I am a licensed esthetician and a travel agent, and it is my goal to eat, drink, and spa my way around the world. What I want to do is share this with you, show you some really cool places to see, some really fun things to do, and of course, some delicious food to eat and drink. My ultimate hope is that it will inspire you to travel, whether that be domestic or international. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you'd like to find out how I got to where I am and where I'm going and why I'm doing this now at this point in my life, I'm going to include the link to my GoFundMe page, which has my story on it. And if you could spare a couple extra dollars, I would appreciate that as well. So today's question is one that I get a lot in my day-to-day as a travel agent. And I'll be honest with you, it kind of annoys me when I get the question. Maybe as we go through this, you'll realize why. The question is it safe? Is it safe for me to go there? Is it safe for me to travel? Is it safe for me to fly? So let's start in this spot. No one can guarantee your safety. They just can't. There are lots of precautions you can take, but no one can guarantee that you're going to be in the wrong place at the wrong time and something will happen. And let me just tell you that just doesn't happen when you're traveling, right? That happens here in the United States as well. Obviously, you're going to look for touring companies, locations that are in safer locations, that take safety precautions, especially if they're going into more precarious areas. But yeah, no one can guarantee your safety. So if they tell you they can, that's kind of a red flag in my book, just personally. Next, are you going to an active war zone or a country that's unfriendly to the United States? Because if you're going to one of those places, yeah, you're not going to be safe. And as a travel agent, if you came to and sat down at my desk and said, "Hi, I'd like to go to Russia," I would be like, "No, you do not want to go to Russia right now." And that leads me to the next point, which is if you sit down and tell your travel agent, "I want to go to this location," if you don't get the reaction of, or no, it's probably not going to be super dangerous. Any good travel agent worth their salt continuously monitors the State Department's website. And we look at places that our people travel to frequently. For example, in the Chicago area, a lot of people go to the Caribbean. They go to Mexico, they go to Punta Cana, they go to Jamaica. And if you're good at your job, you're going to keep up to date on those locations and any travel advisories that go there. And if someone asks me for a request, one of the first things I do before I start even looking at tours, hotels, whatever, is I check the State Department's website because I don't want to send somebody someplace where they could be in danger. And let's talk about the State Department's website. The State Department has a website that is open to the general public that has travel advisories. If you go to their website, click on travel advisories, there's a little search bar, you type in the country that you want to go to, and it will show you all the travel advisories for that location. There are 4 different levels. Level 1, travel is normal. Meaning, yeah, you're fine, go there, take normal precautions. Level 2 is exercise precaution. Like, for example, when stuff went down in Israel, all of Europe was put on a level 2. Why? They were concerned that terrorist activity was going to suddenly kick into high gear with Europe. Not all countries in Europe, but any countries that have either had terrorist activity in the past or have large crowds, large cities, they were put at a level 2. A 1 or 2, you're fine to go there. You're fine. Then we get into level 3 and 4. Level 3 is reconsider travel. Believe it or not, right now, Jamaica is a level 3. That's because they're having a serious crime problem in Jamaica on the resorts. So that's something else to think about. When you see a level 3, you want to dig into that travel advisory and make sure it's not for the whole country, because sometimes Mexico goes on a level 3. But if you read the travel advisory, it's places that are notorious for crime problems. It's where the cartels are very active. Very rarely is it Cancun. Is it Riviera Maya? Is it Cabo San Lucas? Right? It's places that tourists don't usually go. But yes, Jamaica is a level 3, and it is happening on the resorts. So when people call me and say, hey, Tipsy Travel Gal, I want to go to Jamaica, I'll be like, well, you may want to reconsider that, and here's why. And then there's level 4, which is do not travel. That's your active war zone. Those are the places where terrorists have safe harbor. Those are places that are unfriendly to the United States. Russia, Syria, Afghanistan, Israel, Ukraine. Places that have serious things going on and are seriously dangerous for United States citizens to visit. And last, I always say, why are you asking this question? Someone says to me, hey, I want to go to, let's say Mexico, for example. And I go, great. I know of a lovely resort in Cancun that's running a special right now. And the next question out of your mouth is, well, is it safe for me to go there? Do you not think that I would not tell you that? So why are you asking me that question? Do you really think it's not safe? Then why would you want to go there? Why would you want to go there? I'm not convincing people to go. These are people who ask me to plan trips for them there. Are you actually afraid? Because if you are, don't go. Because you're going to have a miserable time. Is it because you just don't like the people in that country? Again, don't go. Because you're not going to have a good time. It's just, science. So I hope that answered questions. I don't think it really did, but, from a safety perspective, that's the best I could give you. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment below. You can also reach me on any of my social media platforms. I am Tipsy Travel Gal on all of the main ones. I also have a website, tipsytravelgal.com, and if you look at the top and go all the way to the right, which I'm sure the way I'm leaning is your left, you will see a contact me link, which you can go to that page and send me an email. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye.